Hello, this is Margot Rose of Body Aware Grieving, and I have a short story and a new healing technique to share with you guys today. I was talking with one of my friends. I'm friends with both her and her mother, and I've known them for over 35 years total, very long-term friendship. And even though they're very close together as mother and daughter, they do, like a lot of people, tend to get very irritated some of the time. And part of the issue is that the mother can run really late. It's true. And some of the time she doesn't call and announce it with a phone call, and it can be up to like an hour and a half late at times. And because of this, some of the visits start off where the daughter's already super irritable and they get off on the wrong track and don't go as well as some visits might otherwise. And in talking with my friend, she was telling me one of these stories and all wound up, and I was feeling very concerned for her that, especially because her mother, though very vibrant and very active, she is 80 years old, and my concern for my friend is that she might have some regrets, especially if her mother passes away, that so much of the time was spent, not enjoying her in a relaxed fashion when they were together in person. And I was trying to explain this to my friend, and she, she didn't really believe me. People say the small stuff fades after someone dies, and she didn't really believe it entirely. And I sort of explained that there's certain experiences that you kind of just need to go through when you go through. My friend hasn't lost anyone she loves yet, even though she's helped me through many of the deaths that I've been through in my family. She hasn't lost anyone of her own and known what the aftermath of that feels like. And it wasn't kind of clicking with her how important it really can be to change what's happening now so that you prepare later to have a smoother experience with yourself after they've passed away. I gave the examples that there's certain things like becoming a parent or living in a foreign country that you can hear about, but you just don't know what it feels like until you do it yourself, and that losing a loved one is one of those things. So I try to give an example of a dream. Like when you have a dream at night and you wake up and it feels so vibrant, it feels like that the dream was real. There's so much detail and it's so vivid. And then sometimes, even just a couple minutes later, you can barely remember even the strongest points of that dream. Just a few minutes later, it's like the whole thing fades. And even if you try to sort of grab at it and try to recreate it and make it feel real again, it doesn't. And I explained that in my experience, at least, that's what it can feel like after you've lost somebody. It feels like, you've had so much intimate detail with them, and especially a couple years after they've passed away, it just feels faded. It feels like you can barely grab onto a few strong images if you're lucky, that'll help you feel intimate to how you felt about this person when they were alive. So I was advising to my friend, and I'm inventing a new healing technique within a category of healing techniques. I'm writing a book, by the way, and I'm writing a book about all these healing techniques. There's a category I refer to as pre-grieving. So I would put this technique in the pre-grieving category. And I refer to it as choose 5 memories. So I was asking my friend to just choose 5 memories of her mother that she thinks she would want to retain after her mother passes away. And that if some of the things that are happening during the times when they're visiting and the visit's not going maybe as smoothly as she would want, if the things that are happening aren't on those 5 list of what she wants to remember later on, to try as best as possible to just let it go and enjoy her as best she can now, and to really understand that the things that are irritating on a day-to-day basis will not be what lasts, and hopefully that will not be what lasts, and hopefully people will be able to grasp and hold on to the memories that they prefer and have those to hold and feel close to long after a person's gone. So we'll see how well she practices that, but the idea is to do 2 things. The idea is to, as deeply as possible, enjoy people while they are here and while you do have, living time to be with them and share with them and build up good experiences together. And it is also a way to prepare yourself for when they pass away, how to live with the fewest number of personal regrets about how you spent your time and how you may or may not have treated them, and to have those sweet and powerful memories of your choosing, hopefully for a long, long time in the rest of your own life to enjoy. So that's my new healing technique. Maybe you want to play with it in your own life, that, per person who you care about a lot, you can think about which 5 things about them would you want to remember for as long as possible. And if you could tell me how any of that goes in the comment section, question or leave a couple examples of your own, of course, I'd love to hear that. So that's it for now. Best wishes to you, Margot Rose. Take care.